things here. This is your choice of the 5-quart Saute, which is going to have your handle, or your 8-quart pasta pot. This is hard anodized cookware. That's what I prefer to cook in.
Me
I know
too.
it's what you prefer too.
It's my favorite.
I love hard anodized because you just can't kill it. Great value here. Colors are just the little touch of silicone that you'll have on top of the glass lid on the side of the vessel. It comes in green, orange, blue, and red. And these were the original shapes that you first designed when you got into this whole kind of Rachael Ray Cookware brand.
This is what brought me into cookware. If you've ever lived in a tiny apartment or in a big city with a tiny kitchen, you don't get a full-size stove. You get like a 24-inch, the stove, like the little engine that could. I think I can. You end up with this little tiny stove that has 2 big burners, but you can never put 2 large pots next to each other.
Right.
The stove's not wide enough. So I lived in this tiny little apartment, and John and I, of course, love to cook.
Yeah.
So I literally drew on a piece of paper a system. We didn't have any storage either. A system of 2 pots that between the 2 pots, a cutting board and a colander and a good knife, you could make literally anything.
Wow.
With 2 items.
Okay.
So can I come over here?
Of course.
It's easier to explain when you can see the shapes next to each other.
Sure.
These are ovenware and pots and pans. The bottoms you can put in the oven to 400, the lids to 350. So I can use this shallow pan to roast a chicken, a turkey breast, a whole pork loin, a standing roast of beef. I can lift it in and out of the oven because I have 2 handles, and I can put it on the stove top, and because it's oval, I can put it next to this pan, even in a tiny, narrow area, even if I had just a 24-inch stove. Now, this pan is deep enough, I can make cioppino, chili, soup, stew, spaghetti sauce, meatballs, yada, yada.
Right.
But it's also shallow enough and open enough that I can cook 1 egg over easy, a steak, scrambled eggs. I can...
Couple burgers.
Exactly, a couple of burgers, a grilled cheese. So in this pan, I could do all of that. In this pan, you could do a clam bake, a lobster dinner, 12 ears of corn, 2 pounds of pasta, an enormous standing rib roast.
Yes.
I mean, it's enormous. This is 8 quarts capacity, huge. So between this and this, I can fit it on any cook space. Because it's hard anodized, the heat is distributed evenly, even if it's an electric stovetop.
Yeah.
And with the see-through lids, I can see when seafood opens. You don't have to let the steam escape, and you can literally make anything in the world just with these two pans.
So they go on your stovetop. You can start things on the stovetop, finish them up in the oven if you want to. They're dishwasher safe, which isn't always the case with hard anodized. And the oval shape gave you another advantage too, right?
When I make spaghetti, and we make a lot of pasta. I'm half Italian, my husband's full Italian, he loves spaghetti. When you make spaghetti in a round pot, you throw it into the pot and you have to wait for it to bend to your will and wilt down into the pot.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you get a horrible pasta facial, your hair falls apart, your makeup runs down your face. You don't look good when, when you're making spaghetti.
Yeah.
So now with the oval shape, you drop in a pound and walk away.
It's great.
You're done.
Love that.
It's wonderful.
And then when the pasta's done, you add your sauce and your meatballs. You can mix it
toss
all up
everything together
and even
serve it right from the dish. Yeah, that's the other thing. These are really attractive. You don't have to change vessels to serve. It's pretty. You just take it to the table and serve right from this. And on the stovetop, these handles stay nice and cool.
Cool, yes.
The pop of color makes them very cheerful. And hard anodized is my favorite.
Why do you love it?
You know, it's my favorite fabrication because it's easy heating. It's tougher and stronger and more durable than anything I could think of other than cast iron, you know?
Right.
And it's nonstick. It is dishwasher safe. I mean, it's a perfect thing.
Yeah.
Like, what's not to like?
Right, yeah.
You never have to put it in the dishwasher. You just wipe it out, but you can if you want to.
Yep.
If you want to hide it in there. But it's easier to just wipe it out with a paper towel.
Well, especially in these big sizes,
and these
you know?
2 pans in my home never leave the stove. They're always on the stovetop.
Yeah.
The little burner has a tea kettle, and I have my saute pan and my pasta pot. Always, 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 because they're my go-to. I use them every night.
The 8-quart is really popular, I have to say. I mean, it's a great price
for either. The pasta pot is fantastic.
But that 8-quart is awesome, and it's really popular. We have it, remember, the touch of color is your handles on the side, those riveted handles, and then your glass top lid.
I'm gonna grab something from the oven.
Free shipping on this. The shipping on this is almost usually $10. Today it's free. And you're getting 5 payments of Easy Pay, which we've never done before, so that makes it even more affordable for you to break it up to be less than $13 $14 a month. It's durable, it's strong, and PS and buy, it's customer top rated. So we can sit here and talk
guys,
about why we like it so much, but the fact that it's customer top rated from people who've used it, that
Right.
says a lot too.
That they take the time to make testament.
Yeah.
See, this is what I was talking about. We browned a roast on the stovetop, added
Yeah.
some veg, threw it in the oven to roast. I can carry it with the mopping.
With the mopping.
And I have a good stable grip on this. So I can use it like a skillet, but it's really a beautiful roasting pan
Yeah,
as well.
I love that.
So it really is versatile.
And when you were flipping the chicken too, you know, sometimes people wonder, can you really get good browning in non-stick skillets?
Of course.
And you can get great browning, you know, and
Of
great
course.
color
Flip
when
those
you're
over.
doing
See
that.
if,
Yeah.
If we, yeah, we're
Getting
not
there.
quite there
Yeah,
on the
not
other
quite
side.
there yet.
I turned it down a little bit.
That one's getting there. But look how pretty that is. I mean, you can get that great browning in a non-stick skillet. In this case, it's like
Without
both of
adding
them are
a ton
like,
of fat.
Yeah, they're both great multi-cookers. I love that your original thought was with these two pans,
I can make
you
anything.
can make anything.
So you don't
right?
have to clutter your cupboards. And John and I would live out of these two pans, and he had a couple of little, open stock skillets. But honestly, these are our go-tos. And whether
Yeah.
you're making a grilled cheese, a sauce with meatballs, sausage, peppers, and onions, whatever.
Yeah.
Roasting things, whole turkeys,
Baked
turkey
dishes,
breasts.
you know, casseroles you
yeah,
can do
mac
in here,
and cheese,
right?
all of that.
Your mashed
There
potatoes,
is
cook the
nothing you
potatoes,
can't-
mash them up inside
Nothing
here.
you can't make between the two pans.
And then these are the kinds of things, like if I do a baked cobbler or something like that for
Sure, you
dessert,
can
because
do
I'm a baker,
anything.
use them for that
That's
too.
exactly.
And the non-stick releases so beautifully.
Exactly. There's nothing you can't do between the two of them.
Yep, oh, that looks good.
And such a great, nice meat sauce.
Yum.
But such a great price for these, and they're my babies. These are my two, I'm not a rocket scientist, but
Yeah.
I did come up with these two things.
One other thing too, there is a little pour spout on the oval 8-quart.
It helps direct the water because it is an odd shape.
So when you go to pour out the water from your pasta or you're cooking
Make
your
sure that faces
potatoes
your
and
colander.
corn,
Right.
pour that towards the colander and you're good to go. I love the free shipping on this. That's almost a $10 savings. I love the easy pay too. K3
Ooh, geez, they're taking it away. We're done already.
180.
Bye, kids.
Green, blue, orange, and red are your colors. The 5-quart is your Saute, which has the handle. Your 8-quart is what's on your screen right now, K31180. Now, also coming up, we're going to be talking about one of Rachel's great Thermoflect totes. They're the best.